All right, so let's get into this topic. Yo, we need them likes over 200 because we had about 400 people in here. We need them likes over 200. Hit the like button. Let's get the likes up so I can open up the chat room. Getting close. Getting close. There we go. Oh.
You're now tuned in.
You are now tuned into
the realest show on YouTube with your host, the Angryman.
What's good? What's going on with everybody? We back in the building yet again for another edition of AM in the AM. You never know when I'm going to do a live stream. There's no telling. I might do one early morning. I might do one late night. I might do one afternoon. I might do one prime time. You never know. Shout out to Most Hated and Underrated. He said, hey, AM, now I remember why I stopped listening to Drake. It was around the time I was rocking with T-Pain, Chris Brown, Trey Songz before I went red pill. Now, 8 will revisit his catalog. He definitely moved different now, like me. Appreciate you listening. Shout out to Tootie Bug. Yeah, I'm looking on the internet at all of the gaslighting, which is, it's amazing. It is amazing. You got all these people running around talking about some K-Dot made history because he did a concert and a bunch of hood niggas. You feel what I'm saying? A bunch of niggas. He had a bunch of niggas on stage with him that has either at one point begged Drake for a feature or been in Drake's face. That's what was so goofy about it. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Lucid Experience. He said, I put up a Facebook post supporting Drake and the K-Dot fans blew up my status like a mob. It's hilarious, man. They have no life. Yeah. The moment you say something about Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like in any type of positive way, instead of niggas just looking at it like, oh, he's a Drake fan. Well, it is what it is. And going about their business, no, they have to go out of their way in order to, try to shut you down or shut you up, because in their mind, everybody has to be on K-Dot's side. And if everybody's not on K-Dot's side, it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how they functioning, which, is hilarious. In fact, there was a guy that had something to say about it on TikTok. I thought it was interesting what he said, right? Watch this.
Corny K-Dot.
I'm gonna just talk my shit. I just saw that little Kendrick performance shit. I didn't even watch it. I saw bits and clips of it on TikTok. The shit that gives me is how corny all them fools look up there with him. Like, nobody there looked like cool, bro. Like, y'all ain't look cool, bro. Like, the crazy part is everybody on that stage has interacted with Drake. You feel me? Some have songs with Drake. You feel me? Some will probably kill for a verse from Drake. Their career's needed right now. I don't know. It looked so corny to me. Like, it looked whack to me. Like how they all on stage together talk. Like, this is one man. This is one man, bro. He don't got a gang. He don't got a group of dudes from. You feel me? Like, he don't. This is just one man. You brought out the whole West Coast to try to shit on one man.
One dude.
Then the worst part about it is you had Drake come on there when he got smoked by Ice Cube.
Woo. Woo.
Drake is the back in the day Metro Boomin. Like, bro, just shut up and make some drums. Because you cannot rap, bro. You cannot rap. You cannot rap, and we know you didn't write your raps. Like, we know that shit. Like, it's documented. And Ice Cube murdered the whole NWA. It's corny, bro. All them dudes is corny on that. They all corny on that. The shit that gives me is...
Bro, look. You know, there's going to be mad people that's going to disagree with me. But in all honesty, like, to me, it's like you got, let's say for argument's sake that K-Dot got into a disagreement with Drake, right? Not as no rapper, but just as a regular person, right? So let's say that K-Dot was out in the street and he got into an argument with Drake or whatever, right? And Drake is supposed to be corny. He's supposed to be soft or whatever, all of that stuff. This rap beef is the equivalent of, instead of K-Dot beating Drake up and proving that he's soft and corny, this is K-Dot running back to his hood to get his whole block to come with him to fight Drake. And you got niggas legit saying, oh, K-Dot made history. Made history how? By running to get a bunch of niggas to support him in his drama with one dude? With one man. You needed the whole West Coast for one dude. One. And you know what's crazy? This is what's crazy. This is what's so crazy. And this is the main reason why I say K-Dot didn't win anything. It's the main reason why I say he didn't win anything. I want every last one of you to hear me out on this. I want you to hear this and understand this. As hard as K-Dot has worked to be a deep philosophical rapper, in other words, to construct his albums to have some sort of deeper meaning, to do all of these artistic things to show you his depth and to show you that he's different from everybody else. He's now going to be known for his least deep song. Not Like Us has absolutely no depth to it. It's just a track for some ignorant ass niggas to sea walk to. Not to mention the fact that it's a track dissing Drake. So now he is forever going to be known for that track. For the rest of his career, he's going to have to perform that track. And most people are like, well, what's the difference? The difference is this. As epic as Hit 'Em Up was, Tupac is not known for just Hit 'Em Up. Ice Cube is not just known for No Vaseline. Nas is not just known for Ether. Jay-Z is not just known for The Takeover. Shout out to Jay-Z3. He said, and that's exactly how you know Kendrick is the real soft one. He had to go get the entire West Coast against one man from Canada. Can't make this shit up. That's facts. This nigga needed a whole coast of gangsters for one dude that they claim ain't gangster. It don't even make sense. It doesn't even add up. It doesn't even add up. Let's see. Tazaba said, come on, angry man. Come on what? Come on what? Come on what? What you saying come on for? Be real. I am being real. I am being real. Yo, press a 1 in the chat room. For everybody in here that were for everybody in here that was fans of Kevin Samuels when he was alive, press a 1 in the chat room if you watched his content on a regular basis. Any of you in here that watch Kevin on a regular basis, press a 1 in the chat room. Okay, cool. We got quite a few people in here. Here's my question. Did niggas play with Kevin like this about his opinion? When Kevin did his show and he gave his opinion, did niggas in the chat room play with him like this about his opinion? I see most of the people saying no. That's what I thought. Here's the thing. You niggas are gonna stop coming over here fucking playing with me. I'm not a fair man. I mean, in actuality, I am, but every time I say I'm fair and non-biased, niggas tell me I'm not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and be the thing that you motherfuckers is accusing me of, which is unfair and biased. So I'm voicing my opinion on my channel. If you don't like it, leave. I don't want to hear your fucking opinion. I don't want to hear your fucking opinion. I'm not entertaining it no more. That shit that K Dot did was some weirdo shit. It was some weirdo shit. And the niggas over there on the West Coast is putting the battery in his back. And the main reason why they putting the battery in his back is because he's their last hope. Who the fuck else is doing something on the West Coast other than K Dot? Who the fuck else has a buzz on the West Coast other than K Dot? They gassing that man up because that's their golden ticket. Period. Somebody do me a favor. You see Brandon T? Kick him the fuck out of my chat room. Kick him out of my chat room. Now, when all of this is said and done and the beef is over and all of that shit and the smoke clears or whatever, a bunch of you hoe ass niggas gonna start emailing me. Talking about some angry man, I'm blocked in your chat room. You know, when everything is over and I'm talking about topics that you like and I'm talking about topics that you agree with, and then you're gonna wanna chat in the chat room. And how do I know you want to chat in the chat room? Because of today, the moment I said something about, yo, if you hit the like button, I'll open up the chat. Mad people hit the like button. So I know you want to chat in the chat. So when everything is said and done, and then I'm doing a show about strags or child support or whatever, some other hot topic that you actually agree with me on, and then you want to chat in the chat and you want to be cool with the angry man again. You want to be cool again, like, angry man, you the man. Ain't no need of emailing me asking me to unblock you. You getting blocked because you not grown enough to respect the fact that I have an opinion that's not the same as your opinion. You want to come in here and hurl little insults like Drake is paying you or Drake is your boyfriend. Well, guess what? Now your bitch ass can be banned from my channel forever. Since you don't know how to be a grown ass man. And I'm saying men because women ain't over here doing that. The women ain't in here doing that. If the women don't agree with what I'm saying, they just gonna keep it pushing. And don't say, oh, I ain't gonna be asking you, man. You know how many times Negroes send me an email, hey man, I'm blocked in the chat room. I don't even respond. I just ignore it. Because niggas jump in the chat room and pop all kinds of shit and disrespect me, and then they send me an email and all of a sudden they got amnesia. They don't know how they got blocked. Now all of a sudden they don't know how they got blocked. Oh, I don't know what, man, I'm blocked in the chat room. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what gives you the impression. I don't know what gives you the impression that I'm somebody to play with. The same way y'all went over to Kevin's channel and said some goofy shit, you got G-checked. I'm actually worse than Kevin. I'm actually worse when it comes to checking niggas in the chat room. Respect my shit or get the fuck on. Because if I was an old hoe ass nigga like some of you niggas, I'd be running around here saying, damn, y'all K-Dot must have y'all on payroll. Because as hard as y'all go in the paint, I could have said the same thing. Nigga, I'm voicing my opinion about what I see. I'm not telling you what your opinion should be. That's what you're doing. You're coming in here telling me what my opinion should be. And that's where you're wrong. Shout out to Tootie Bug for the membership. Said, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Facts. Yo, shout out to Shelby coming through. That's the whole reason why I don't do shows trying to teach you men how to function like men. That's why I rarely do it. Because there's a bunch of you dudes out here, you ain't never gonna be grown men.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
There's a whole lot of you dudes out here that ain't never gonna be grown men because you got too much bitch in your blood. First time I say something about K-Dot that you don't like, you all up in the chat talking shit. Who's really whose boyfriend? Who's really whose boyfriend, nigga? I'm over here minding my business and I say something about K-Dot you don't like, all of a sudden you niggas just poof appear as sort of as if you can conjure up some sort of bitch magic. Shout out to Tahuti. Show up in a poof of booty dust. What you say about K-Dot? K-Dot's the king. K-Dot.
This movement, it is a sickness of the highest order, and I don't enjoy it.
Coming in here fucking going hard in the paint for that weirdo nigga with that weirdo energy. Got me all the way twisted. You got me all the way fucked up. Yo, shout out to Jerome. He said, man, keep bringing it, bruh. Appreciate it. And by the way, we damn near at 600 viewers. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up to 300. I'm going to shut the chat back down again. Real shit. Get the likes up. Nigga in here talking about something. I can't believe you talking about K-Dot. K-Dot, K-Dot, meh. In fact, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you what these K-Dot fans have done, right? I'm gonna show you what these K-Dot fans have done. Watch this.
This man has always been a fucking cornball. I have watched people eat it the fuck up and felt like I was losing my mind.
So what K-Dot has done is, and I don't know if y'all have noticed this on TikTok, but there are countless white folk going in on Drake, which is really weird to me. Because I'm like, well, first of all, to any of the white people out there, are you reading the room? Part of the reason K-Dot and the rest of these Negroes is going in on Drake is because they don't believe he's part of the culture. Just like you. Where that energy is coming from that they have for Drake is because they think he's more like you. So how are you? Does that even make any sense? So you got two issues going on. The first issue is you don't seem to understand that the insults they're levying at Drake are the same insults they will levy at you. That's number one. Number two, whenever somebody black goes at somebody else black that you don't like, y'all seem to think that's an invitation for you to show up and start popping your shit. It's not. It's not. It's not. And to this chick right here, in case you're watching my show, you said Drake has always been a cornball. What are you? Because you look mighty corny your damn self. You look extra corny. In fact, when I'm looking at, hold on, let me go and look at your channel real quick. No, let me go and look at your channel real quick. You got 243,000 followers. Drake has millions. And what are you talking about on your channel? Oh, I've seen your channel before. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. Nothing, sweetheart. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But that's what we got going on now. That's what we got going on now. And you know what's so funny about it? What's so funny about it is if all of a sudden black culture decided, you know what? We were wrong. Drake is cool. Should be one of the main ones jumping up there like, yeah, he's cool. The one thing I can't stand, and this applies to every group of people, I can't stand people that don't think for themselves. I cannot stand people that do not think for themselves. I can't stand people who, you know, you don't hear a peep out of them today. But then tomorrow somebody says, you know, a bunch of people start saying, I don't like Pepsi Cola. Then all of a sudden you hear other motherfuckers, I don't like Pepsi either. Like, well, why wasn't you saying that before? Why wasn't you saying that before? See, the reason why I don't believe it, and the reason why I'm looking at it with the side eye, is because prior to this beef, I didn't hear this many people talking trash about Drake. I saw a lot of people on TikTok doing dances to his songs and shit. But now all of a sudden, Drake is just the worst human being on planet Earth. The worst. This man is the worst human being on planet Earth now. Anyway, let's get to this first topic. Shout out to Christopher. He said, what up, OG? What's going on, fam? Shout out to Christopher. Let's get to this first topic. So this first topic is an unfortunate one. A Juneteenth celebration in Round Rock, Texas turned tragic when a gunfire erupted, resulting in the deletion of Lindsay McNair and Aura Duke. So two black ladies lost their lives. The shooting, which began with an altercation between two groups, left up to 14 other bystanders injured. A 17-year-old Ricky Thompson III has been arrested in connection with the incident. The incident details and timing at Old Settlers Park. Lindsay's husband, who had a background in the medical field, he actually tried to give her CPR, tried to save her life. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. I actually came across the video of her husband actually explaining what happened. So I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to give you my thoughts about the situation. Let's see, where's the video? Here it is right here.
A group of black males got into an argument at a family Juneteenth celebration, and one coward pulled out a gun, fired it, hitting 14 people and 2 of them passing away. One of them, this beautiful mother, an attorney, a wife, a sister, a daughter, a valuable member of our community, her life was taken, and now we're learning how. Her husband of 7 years and their 3 children were present at this press conference, and here is what he had to say.
Sitting watching a concert towards the back. We were just sitting down facing the stage, and they had the gunfire behind us. So the shooting happened real fast, real rapidly. So I kneeled down, facing Lindsay, trying to pull her down. She didn't get down. She was just linked to the side in the chair. So, and her eyes are open. Thank you. She's looking at me, just kind of just like a puzzled look, like she was processing. And she said, I'm hit. She said, I'm hit. I said, you hit? I'm like, where? So I started to that's when I pulled out the chair. I'm throwing the chair, holding over one hand, I'm moving the chair out with the other, and I feel it, she's hit. And I felt it wet on her back. I just looked at my hand, I was like, okay. So I'm forgot what I'm asking her. I'm asking her something, just so she could talk to me. She didn't say anything else. Then maybe 5-10 seconds, if that, our eyes closed. So I started to do CPR. I started to do CPR. I was taught in the medical field. I was doing what I was doing taught. So giving breaths and she just wouldn't respond. That lasted for I don't know how long I was doing that. Other people was coming over, doing compressions. I kept breathing, but I figured it was a lung issue because when I was giving her breaths, she had blood come out of her nose as I'm giving her breaths, which indicated aspiration of blood and lungs. So if they, if I didn't have anything now. I didn't have any equipment or anything, so help just didn't arrive in time.
The now widowed father of 3 is asking for the gunman to turn himself in. He's described as a scrawny, 5'7", 120-something pound black male in a white hoodie with short, messy dreadlocks. He's saying, turn yourself in and become a better person. And that's all he asks. He's not asking for vengeance or anything. He's just saying for that suspect to turn himself in.
Not asking for vengeance. I would burn the world to the ground. You hear me? I would be out every night like Batman looking for that Negro. I don't know what it is with black people in this whole thing where we have to prove to the world that we're so sanctified and we're so peaceful and all of that. No. What some people want to call vengeance, I call justice. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Grinch, said he about to turn into Black Frank Castle. Look at his eyes. Good grief. And Gatling guns. You know, you got that right. I'd be out in full force looking for that dude, bruh. There's absolutely no way. But you know I got to talk about this because it's Juneteenth. It was at a Juneteenth celebration. And here's the interesting thing, because you got so many people that will try to make you feel bad because you didn't go to a Juneteenth celebration. And I shouldn't even have to give you guys the reasons why this is ironic. In fact, I got another video that I want to show you. This video is of Judge Joe Brown talking about Juneteenth, right? Talking about Juneteenth. So I'm going to play this video. And then after I play this video, I'm going to break down for you the irony of that situation that happened down there in Texas. And I'm going to also explain to you guys the reason why I don't celebrate Juneteenth and never will celebrate it. But check this out.
Juneteenth was supposed to be June 19th, 1866. Now, what's wrong with that? No, they changed that the last 4 or 5 years to try to cover up the embarrassment. You know what the embarrassment is? 1863, first part of the year, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, February 1863. All right. Next thing. The 13th Amendment freeing the slaves passed out of the House, got sent to the states January 1865. All right. Okay. Next thing that happens, January 14th, 1865, General Sherman signs the order as commanding general of his military district, the Black Reparations Act, order, which is 40 acres and a mule to all black families. All right. Next thing that happens, Lee gets his ass whooped and surrenders at Appomattox Courthouse, April 1865. May 1865, Sherman whips Johnson and gets his surrender. No more Confederate army. May 1865, he sends a cavalry detachment of black soldiers, cavalrymen, down to Texas to tell these damn fools that the war is over there free. They won't believe the black folks. May 1865, not June 1865, but a whole year and a month later, June 19th, 1866, a Union frigate has docked in Galveston, Texas, and naval rank lieutenant, that's like a lieutenant major in the Army, or current lieutenant colonel, asked the stevedores why they are laboring under the lash. And he said, well, we still slaves. He said, fools, you've been free for 3 years from the Emancipation Proclamation. You've been free 2.5 years from the 13th Amendment. You've been free for a year and 2 months from Lee getting his ass whooped. You've been free a year and a month from Johnson getting finally his ass whooped and surrendering. And it's been a year and a month since your fellow some black soldiers told you were free. Now you got to have a white boy tell you free? That is so embarrassing. I will never celebrate Juneteenth. I said, you won't celebrate all the hell you want. Damn folks down there being slaves. Oh, I'm so happy. Juneteenth was...
They are literally celebrating. They're saying, no, the official day that we got to celebrate our liberation is June 19th because that's when we were really all free. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That's not when you were officially free. There was plenty of other black folks that already knew they were free, except them black folks down in Texas that didn't want to believe the black soldiers that told them they was free. They didn't want to believe the black soldiers. They wanted to believe. They had to wait until a white guy told them that they was free. You know why?
Whenever you deal with niggas, there's one thing you have to always remember. And that is, to this nigga, the white man's ice is always colder.
So they want to celebrate that. Now, the tragic and interesting thing about this is you have a black man, his black wife, and quite possibly his children decide to go to a Juneteenth celebration in Round Rock, Texas. The whole reason they're celebrating Juneteenth is because black folk in Texas didn't know they was free yet. And they didn't find out until the 19th, which is Juneteenth. And while this black family is down there celebrating, a nigga ends up shooting, and who does he hit? Black folk. You can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. The entire reason you're celebrating Juneteenth is because there was black folks in Texas that didn't know that they were free. So you're like, well, we're going to celebrate it on this day because that's the day that everybody finally knew that they were free. And all these years later, you got black folk down in Texas celebrating Juneteenth, and some goofy Negro decides to pull out a gun and start shooting. Well, I guess he didn't realize he free too. I guess he still running around here thinking he a slave, or at least acting like one. So he ends up shooting in, I guess, he ends up shooting, deleting 2 black women and injuring 14 bystanders. And then the lady's husband, and I feel bad for him, but he talking about tell him to just turn himself in and be a better person. Like, man, get out of here. You not about to, let me tell you something. You not about to take my wife's life. And the only response I'm going to have is turn yourself in and be a better person. Let me tell you something. The day that the police catch you and arrest you and book you, I'm going to go to that jurisdiction and I'm going to walk up to somebody and I'm going to punch them square in their face. Or I'm going to go in a store and pick up something and walk out the store with it. And when they come running out there, you can't steal, we'll call the police. And soon as the police come, take me to jail. And when they put me in that bullpen with your ass, it's gonna take the might of Samson to pull me off of you. It's gonna take it's gonna take the might of Thor to get me off of you, because I'm gonna snatch every last bit of skin off your bones. I am going to do everything in my power to destroy you. If the COs don't get in there fast enough, I'm going, bruh, it ain't gonna be, look. Be a better person. He ain't gonna get a chance to be a better person because he's gonna cease being a person. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? You want to know the reason why these Negroes will shoot up black neighborhoods and think it's cool? Because the black people in those neighborhoods don't do what they should do, which is grab the torches and the pitchforks, because you know somebody know where the nigga hiding out. After he do his little shootout or whatever, and he done hit some people, you find out where that nigga hiding out. You get your torches, your pitchforks, you go find that Negro and drag his behind up out of that damn house. Whatever you do after that, it is what it is. My thing is this. Every other community, you're not just gonna be wilding out in their community like that. You're not just gonna be wilding out in their community. They not having it. They not having it, bro. You shooting your gun, hitting people, hitting kids and women, and bro, do you realize you are the worst thing in society when you do that? You are the worst thing in society when you do that. And see, you Negroes that go out here and get handguns and you don't even learn nothing about what you got. You just pulling out the gun and just shooting any damn direction or whatever. There was a scene on The Wire when somebody was trying to show Snoop how to do a drive-by. Like, what you do is you drive by and you shoot out the window and you do it like this and you do it like that. And the dude was shooting and was missing everything. And Snoop jumped out the car, bong, one shot. She said, in Baltimore, we teach niggas how to aim and hit a nigga. And that's it. That's it. That's the hilarious thing to me, is you got all these dudes out here that's supposed to be gangsters, but you hitting everything except what you intending on hitting. Shooting up neighborhoods and shit, hitting kids and women and shit. You niggas is lame, bruh. You niggas is some clowns, bruh. Like, real talk. Real rap. Don't you realize that even if you're a person, let's say for argument's sake, you want a gun for home protection, right? Home defense, right? Don't you realize there's certain ammo you're supposed to get? So that if somebody was to break in your house and you had to shoot, the ammo that you got, which usually is going to be like hollow tips or some variation of it or whatever, so that when you hit the person, the bullet doesn't pass through them and keep going to one of your neighbor's houses and shit. Like, there's a reason why you're supposed to get some sort of gun training and learn how to use a damn gun. But as we know, this don't imply to that Negro that was there. Who knows what the reason was he decided to start shooting? Him and some other dude probably got into an argument and he couldn't take a ass whooping, so he pulled out his damn gun and started shooting. Had this been back in the day, you wouldn't even heard about this because that would have just ended up being a fight between two niggas. But because these young new niggas ain't got no heart, ain't got no squabble with them, you feel me? Don't know how to squabble. They want to pull out a gun and start shooting at family events. Like who pulls out a gun and starts shooting at a family event? It's something terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. And Negroes want me to celebrate Juneteenth. Man, I wish I would. Because I guarantee you that's not an isolated event. I guarantee you there are other Juneteenth celebrations when somebody got to fighting or somebody got to shooting or whatever. And let's be real about it. Black folk don't care about no celebration. Black folk do not care about commemorating some important event in Black history. You Negroes is just looking for an excuse to cook out. You just looking for an excuse to fry up some burgers and some hot dogs and throw back some Heinekens. Y'all just looking for an excuse to party. Just looking for an excuse to party. And guess what? I'm here to tell you right now, you have nothing to celebrate. You have absolutely nothing to celebrate. The fact that you were actually celebrating Juneteenth, which is supposed to be a day to commemorate the freeing of the slaves, and you got Negroes shooting and hitting other Negroes, you have nothing to celebrate. You have absolutely nothing to celebrate. When I saw this story, I was like, oh my God, this is the most disgusting thing I ever seen in my life. Negroes don't know how to keep street stuff in the street. It's sad. It's sad and pitiful. You'll never see me celebrating it. You will never see me celebrating. I promise you that. Not in a million years. But yo, if you're just coming in here, make sure you get the likes up. In fact, where we at? We at 768. Where the likes at? The likes should be damn near 400. Let's get the likes up. We need the likes up to 400. We need the likes up to 400. The likes are totally free for those of you that ain't got the bread to support the show. Let's get the likes up and support the show. Shout out to Jay-Z3 said, I'll never celebrate Juneteenth. It makes us look weak because in my opinion, it's a stupid holiday. It is. And you know, old Pandering Joe made it a federal holiday. That's what Negroes do. Negroes run around here whining and crying until they get another day to celebrate something, another day to party. Another day to party. Another party day. Speaking of ignorant Negroes, we got to talk about this YSL case too. We got to talk about this YSL case. I've been telling y'all that the city of Atlanta needs to be stopped. Y'all think I'm joking. I've been telling y'all the city of Atlanta needs to be stopped. Ari said, look at my previous comment. Let's see. Ari Nicole said the day was a barter from Sleepy Joe because he signed the Asian hate bill and didn't do shit for blacks. F out of here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Got a federal holiday instead of something that would have benefited black folk. Instead of something that would have benefited black folk. Got a federal holiday about nothing. All right, so we gonna wait until we get these likes up. We gonna wait until we get some more support. We'll wait until we get the likes up and wait until we get some support. So get the likes up, hit the Cash App and support the show. Shout out to Lolita, said BINO Nation for life. Shout out to Mr. Speak On It. He said 15 shot in Oakland during Juneteenth celebration. Wow. 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 Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Shout out to High Tolerance. He said, clowns in the South perpetuated this foolery. To hell with Juneteenth, frat, sororities, black BHM, NAACP, and all alike. No doubt, man. No doubt. Shout out to Abdul. Appreciate you. So let me read this real quick. Says it says on Wednesday, June 19th, 2024, a shooting occurred during a Juneteenth celebration at Lake Merritt in Oakland, California, resulting in at least 15 people being shot. The celebration was initially peaceful, with an estimated 5,000 people in attendance. Around 8:15 p.m., an illegal sideshow involving about 20 cars and motorcycles broke out on the north side of Lake Merritt. Approximately 15 minutes later, a fight erupted near the sideshow. The situation escalated when multiple people began discharging firearms. Over 50 shell casings were recovered at the scene. The victims' age ranged from 20 to 30 years old. At least one victim was reported to be in critical condition. Injuries varied from minor flesh wounds to more severe injuries, including loss of fingers. Oakland Police Department claimed to have 30 officers on the scene. Some witnesses reported a lack of visible police presence during the incident. Police face criticism for their response time. No arrests have been made in connection with the shooting as of the time of reporting. This incident marks one of the largest shootings in Oakland's history. The police investigation is ongoing and additional resources are planned for future events at Lake Merritt, including the upcoming 4th of July celebrations. So one of the largest shootings in Oakland's history is on Juneteenth. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't make this up. Joy Jackson said, Jesus loves you. Okay, Joy Jackson, what was the purpose of that? What was the purpose of that, Joy Jackson? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. Let's get the likes up to 400, you guys. Just out of curiosity, what was the reason for that? Just out of curiosity, what was the reason? Waiting for an answer. Yo, shout out to JZ3 for being a sponsor. He said black people are too ignorant to have a holiday. Woo! Jesus.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
Holy crap. Shout out to Donnell in the building. He said, hey, AM, don't forget the package at the P.O. box. Keep up the awesome work. Matter of fact, I'm going to swing by there after this show. Appreciate you, bro. Ooh-wee. Where did Joy go? I asked her a question and she didn't answer it. I asked her a question and she didn't answer it. I'm asking you a question, Joy Jackson. Why did you say that? See, y'all got to be careful about some people. See, there are people in this world that think they're slick. They think they're slick, right? So what they do is things like that. Instead of coming into the show and speaking to everybody, hey, how are you guys doing? What's going on? You know, that type of thing, right? And then possibly going into a conversation about that. No, she wants to come in and disrupt the show under the cover of, oh, I was just saying something positive. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when somebody black will say something to you, right? Negative. And then right after they say the negative thing, they say, you be blessed. See, we don't have time for phoniness up in here. And every time one of you do some phony, goofy shit, I'm going to call it out. Not to mention the nerve, the audacity, and the hubris. I'm sorry, Joy Jackson, but we don't need you to tell us Jesus loves us. We don't need you to tell us that. Shout out to Stan. Stan says, so let me get this straight. A shooting in Texas and California on a supposed holiday for black people. Is this the culture we're kicking our own people out of? If that's the case, kick me out too. F out of here. Exactly. Shout out to Joe. They kicking us. Look, they kicking us. They kicking us out of the culture. See, the funny thing about it is you don't gotta kick me out of the culture. I was automatically disqualified from the culture the moment y'all turned it into some bullshit. You feel me? You don't have to kick me out of a club once the club goes to shit, because I'm gonna leave. You don't gotta kick me out. I already left. Uh-oh. Mr. Speak On It said Milwaukee. 1 deleted, 1 injured during Juneteenth. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Is somebody black watching this right now that's getting pissed off? Why you got to talk about that, angry man? Why you got to focus on the negative? No. The question is, why do black folks got to act like this on their own holiday? Let's see. 2 separate incidents. Shout out to Great Britain. He said, I refuse to be invited to the cookout. Let's see. 2 separate incidents in Milwaukee. 2 separate incidents in Milwaukee have resulted in fatalities and injuries. I-43 police chase incident. At least 1 person was deleted after a police chase ended in a construction zone on I-43 on Thursday afternoon. 3 people were taken to Freud-Territ Hospital. I don't know how to pronounce that. According to Milwaukee Fire Department, witnesses reported hearing at least 8 gunshots believed to be from law enforcement. The incident led to the closure of I-43 in both directions from Capitol to Keith. Washington Park Juneteenth event shooting. During a Juneteenth celebration at Washington Park on Wednesday night, June 19th, a shooting occurred resulting in 1 death and 1 injury. A 17-year-old victim lost their life after being shot multiple times, while a 15-year-old was hospitalized with non-fatal gunshot injuries. The incident began with multiple fights involving large groups of unsupervised youth at the event. A plainclothes detective witnessed someone shooting towards a playground and opened fire on the shooter. The suspect, who had previously been arrested for felony firearm possession, was later apprehended. These incidents highlight ongoing concerns about violence and public safety in Milwaukee, particularly during community events and on major roadways. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. I mean, what else is there to say? What else is there to say, like, for real? I tell you what I am going to say. I'm going to say this. Members only until we get these likes up. Members only until we get these likes up. We should have been well over, because you know what? I ain't been paying attention to the likes lately. I've been ignoring the likes lately. Let's get those likes up. Let's get them up. Get them up. Get them up, get them up, get them up. Like should be well above 400. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Speaking of, oh, sweet Jesus. How many of you have been paying attention to the YSL RICO trial? How many of y'all been paying attention to it? So when it comes to the YSL RICO trial, this has been one of the most corrupt trials I've ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous. And look, we should have knew what it was off the rip. The moment that they started using song lyrics as evidence. And I said it a while back when it first started. When it first started, I said, I don't care what they've done. Using song lyrics in a court of law, that's ridiculous. And I said it before. I said it's like if Arnold Schwarzenegger would have been caught in some sort of violent act back in the day, you feel me? And when he went to court, hypothetically, the prosecutor wheel out a TV and show you the Terminator movies and the Predator and every movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger has been violent in. Like, no, why are you using song lyrics to try to prove anything? Like, the fact that judge sat up there and read them song lyrics, like I was floored. I was floored. But recently, they found out that the judge, and I think there was like 14 people, had a secret meeting with YSL Woody, because YSL Woody was supposed to be their star witness, but he decided to plead the fifth, right? He decided to plead the fifth. So what they did is they had a secret meeting where they basically took him in there and said, look, we need you to testify. We need you to get on the stand. And he basically said, well, look, I'm not going to testify. But if you don't testify, then you're going to get 2 years. And he was like, well, give me my 2 years. And so then they changed it up. They basically said, okay, I tell you what, if you don't testify, then we're going to hold you in jail for the duration of all of these trials. So for everybody that they prosecuted, they was going to hold him in jail. Like, basically, this is coercion. This is witness intimidation, all of that. And they didn't think that anybody was going to find out about it. But Thug's lawyer found out about it. You feel me? YSL Steel found out about it and called him out in open court. And after he called him out about it, the judge gonna try to ask him, well, where did you hear this? Where did you find this out? And he's like, I ain't gotta tell you that. Oh, well, I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court. So he held him in contempt of court and sentenced him told him he was gonna have to spend 20 days in jail on the weekends or whatever. And I heard that got knocked out. Like, nah, bro, I heard either the appellate court or somebody was like, nah, you can't do that, right? So Thug's lawyer filed a petition to get the judge to recuse himself, and he denied the motion, right? So check this out. Let's check this out real quick.
Having a closer look into the legal showdown in the YSL RICO case. Today, the Fulton County Superior Court judge denied Young Thug's lawyer's motion that the judge step down from the case.
But the fallout from the judge's alleged secret meeting with the witness is far from over. News Edge reporter Rob D'Arienzo is here with a breakdown of another day of a testy day, we should say, in court, Rob.
Yeah, that's right, guys. And at the center of this meeting that the prosecutor and judge had with witness Kenneth Copeland in private without telling Young Thug's lawyer and the rest of the defense. The rapper's lawyers argue that the judge in this case is now a witness in this case.
I'm going to deny the motion at this point in time.
Chief Fulton County Superior Court Judge Ural Glanville remained defiant in his courtroom.
My bad, y'all. My fault. Like I said, fam, the interesting thing about this whole situation is him denying that motion was utterly ridiculous. He should have recused himself just to save his career. But it seems like he doesn't care about his career. And the crazy thing about it is, man, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, Fulton County, Fannie Willis, all of y'all that's down there, y'all better pray that Trump doesn't get elected. Y'all better pray he don't get elected. Because if Trump gets elected, I can see him cleaning all of that mess up. Because what y'all got going down there is beyond ridiculous. But let's play the rest of this.
From Tuesday, tossing two motions to get him recused. The defense argues a meeting in the judge's chambers with prosecutors and witness Kenneth Copeland makes an impartial trial impossible.
Those kinds of meetings are highly disfavored. In fact, they really should never happen but for the most, kind of emergent circumstances.
GSU law professor Anthony Michael Kreis says the contempt charge the judge slapped Thug's lawyer Brian Steele with is also highly unusual. Steele accused the judge and DA of essentially coercing Copeland into testifying by threatening him with jail time.
So I've added this court to the witness list. I plan on calling the court as a witness in the trial.
Kreis says that just adds so many layers to an already complex case.
You can't have a judge sitting as an adjudicator or as an impartial decision maker at a criminal trial who's also witness.
Judge Glanville had ordered Steele to spend the next 10 weekends in jail for bringing up that meeting with the witness in a testy exchange, but a higher court blocked that. While Steele has asked for a mistrial several times, Kreis says it's not going to help his client.
And by and large, a mistrial would mean that they're probably going to be tried again. And that means a lot more time in court and a lot more time in pretrial detention.
The professor says the defense can also ask a higher court to review the motion to recuse Glanville through what's known as a writ of mandamus.
When I cross-examine Mr. Copeland, when that day comes, I'm going to ask him about how much pressure, if any, the court put on him.
And the judge has agreed to release the transcript of that meeting with the witness with redactions to the defense. But with all of this, the jury most likely will not return to the courtroom until next week. Guys,
just adding to...
With redactions? Wait, they're going to release the transcript with redactions. Then what's the purpose of releasing the transcript? The entire point is that the defense attorneys were not present. That's the entire point. Like this, yo, I'm telling you right now. This is the main reason why I would never would I live in Atlanta. Never. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, filed a motion to remove Judge Glanville from the YSL RICO trial, alleging misconduct during an ex parte meeting with prosecutors and witness Kenneth Copeland, otherwise known as YSL Woody. The motion was denied by Judge Glanville, but an emergency petition for his recusal was also filed by lawyers for co-defendant Yak Gotti. But see, here's the thing, man. Between the mess with Fani Willis and this Trump case, and then the mess with this YSL case, right? Not to mention the fact, and a lot of people don't talk about this. Do y'all realize that there's one member of YSL that wasn't included in the RICO case? Press 1 if y'all heard that. Press 1 if y'all heard that there's one member of the YSL RICO case. There's one member of YSL that was not included in the RICO case. Now, I'm not going to say why he wasn't included. I'll let you go and do your research. I'll let you go do your research and find out the reason why. Go do your research and find out the reason why. But there's a very goofy reason. You feel what I'm saying? There's a very goofy reason, and trust and believe, the reason does lead back to Miss Fani Willis. So when you get a chance, go check that out. Hoo-wee. They got a mess on their hands down there, bro. An entire mess. Like it's a cesspool down there, and it's crazy because how does this reflect on black folk in positions of power? How does this reflect on black folks in a position of power? Between Fani Willis, her entire office, this judge, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But we're going to see how it's going to play out. Pure foolishness. So, if you're just coming in here, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Make sure you hit the Cash App and support the show. It is greatly appreciated. Let me give some shout outs to a couple of people. Let's see. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy says, sorry to go off topic. I'm new to your channel. Were you once the street conservative? Yes, I was. Shout out to Hammer. He said that judge acts like he's sleeping with Fani Willis. Ooh. Shout out to Paco. Shout out to Hammer for the membership. So let's get the likes up. We getting ready to talk about the plumber that lost his job. The plumber that lost his job. The plumber that lost his job. Yo, let's get the support up. Let's get the support up, man. I don't know what it is. For some reason, when your boy go live, I gotta fight for the support. Angryman gotta fight for the support. Hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. Support the show. This next topic is about to be a doozy. I kind of briefly talked about it the other day, where I said that the brother shouldn't have subjected himself to that BS. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to examine it. We're going to examine it. We're going to break down what happened to the brother, whether or not it was fair. We're even going to review what he said on the show. Like I said, that guy should have never gone on that stupid show. You got that right, bro. You got that right. He should have never went on that show in the first place. You are 100% right, broski. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Oh, yeah, by the way, in case you guys don't know, I got to log back in. Damn it. I hate when they log me out of stuff, man. That shit gets on my nerves. Oh, well, it is what it is. Yo, make sure you guys check us out over on Locals. I've been dropping some raw, uncut videos over there. All you have to do is go to binonation.locals.com and check out what we got over there. It's only $10 a month. We got some exclusive content that I'm going to periodically be dropping over there. Trust and believe, it's definitely worth viewing. Shout out to my man Miles. He said, Bino's from Texas checking in. Cook AM salute. Also, when you guys get a chance, go over to BINONation.com and check out some of the shirts we got. We got some fire shirts over there. You feel me? We got the don't start no shit, won't be no shit shirt. You feel what I'm saying? We got that joint in black, green, red, blue, and purple. You feel me? So definitely go over there and check that out. Definitely go check that out. Put the link in the chat room. And shout out to Tootie Bug for coming up with that saying. Appreciate you, Tootie Bug, for coming up with that saying. In fact, I think I might go in there and edit it, so I put a little tag right there that say Tootie Bug right there, so everybody know that that was her that came up with that saying. You feel me? But yeah, when you guys get a chance, go over there and check out some of the merchandise. Look at how these niggas run up out of here every time I promote something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say something to you little goofy niggas that come in here like thinking you going to just get content for fucking free. If you got a problem with me promoting shit, stop coming in here. It's not complicated. Stop fucking coming in here, bro. You don't got to watch this show. Like, real talk. That shit annoys the hell out of me when I'm doing the content, when I'm talking about the topic. You got mad dudes running up in here, but then when I start promoting shit like the merchandise or the book or something, then all of a sudden they start leaving out of here. Nigga, don't come back. You feel me? Shout out to Most Hated and Underrated. Said, I appreciate you talking about this plumber. The only reason he got 500 calls plus to his job because he wasn't having it. I agree he shouldn't have went on the show, but he held his own. He held his ground, and he has a GoFundMe. Yo, let's get the likes above 500. 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 Yo, shout out to Fronte Unito. Appreciate you, broski. Appreciate your boat, broski. Come on now, if you just came in here, hit the like button. That's free. The like button is free. It makes absolutely no sense that people can't hit the like button. The like button is totally free. Need 40 more likes to get to 500. Shout out to Vernon. Y'all give me 1 second. Okay, so still waiting to get to 500. Like, this is crazy. I really want to understand, like, if you're not gonna hit the like button, why do people come to my show if you can't do something as simple as hit the like button? Like, it's free. It's literally free. All you gotta do is take your finger and just boop. Just press the button. That's all you gotta do. It's not complicated. Shout out to Auntie Mickey. We need 10 more likes to get to 500 likes. $500. There we go. Sweet Jesus. It's like pulling teeth. What in the holy of holies? Anyway. So, a licensed plumber named Aaron lost his job after appearing on a YouTube dating show called Pop the Balloon or Find Love, hosted by Arlette Amuli. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Aaron's behavior on the show, which included alleged disrespectful remarks towards women who rejected him, led to significant backlash and ultimately his termination from work after critics called his workplace repeatedly. So Aaron made some remarks on the show that people considered to be controversial. The video went viral. It has accumulated over 1.5 million views. The reason why Aaron ended up getting terminated was because once they found out what his name was and where he worked, they called his job around 500 times. So Aaron went to Instagram to express his frustrations. And now on social media, there's a debate over the severity of the consequences. And, you know, in my personal opinion, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, if we set aside the fact that he shouldn't have went on the show in the first place, and we really talk about the women's behavior, right? Now, when I get ready to do shows or whatever, I might do some research. I might use something to figure out, you know, I might use AI to find the details of certain stories or whatever, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something I noticed, and I've said this before. Whoever is writing AI software, they're literally writing it to be left-leaning. They're writing it to be left-leaning. You feel what I'm saying? Because once I do the freaking research or whatever, I find myself having to go in. When I make my show notes, I have to go in and make adjustments. Because why is it his actions are perceived as disrespectful, but their actions aren't? It's ridiculous. It's like the world expects men to just take it on the chin whenever we're insulted. So whenever a man responds in kind with his own rhetoric, with his own whatever, all of a sudden he's wrong. Now, if you think I'm joking, let's check out the video and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
Now, when he walked up and the first woman popped her balloon, when they asked her why she popped the balloon, she should have just said, I didn't find him attractive. And that could have been the end of it. That could have been the end of it, right? But as you can see on camera, she popped her balloon and she's got this goofy look on her face. So keep in mind, she's already, see, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to sit around here and make these excuses for these women and their childish behavior and act like they're not doing something wrong off the rip that would cause him to be defensive in the first place. Him being defensive is actually justified. So everybody else is going to sit back and pretend like, oh, well, you know, he was doing too much, or he was this, he was that. And what's the reason why people are going to operate that way? Because they look here and they see some of these women and they think they're attractive. So since they think the women are attractive, they're automatically going to take the women's side. When in all honesty, when I look up there, I don't see a single woman up there that would make me go cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Just being real, right? All of them look average in my personal opinion, but she's popping her balloon off the rip with a look on her face like, you know, and then you got this one over here laughing, you know what I'm saying? So already there's a couple of them that are already being insulting, right?
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay,
Yes.
and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the popping the balloon popper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating.
Okay, so first of all, I get the part where you're saying you're not attracted to him, but how are you saying you don't have chemistry with him? You literally popped the balloon when he walked out. You don't know if you have chemistry with him. Like, stop capping and just tell the truth. You don't find him attractive physically. Just say that. Just say you don't find him attractive physically, and that's the end of it. You ain't got to be sitting there capping.
Show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well.
Now, a lot of people had a problem with him saying that, right? But the thing about it is, how are you going to have a problem with him rejecting her after she rejected him? Because let's be honest, this is not a situation, this is not like one of those situations where he walked up to her on the street and asked her for her number, and then when she said no, he didn't turn around and said something slick. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. He came to the show looking for a match. He didn't know what the women were going to look like. So when he walks up there, the woman popped the balloon. We don't know if he was interested in her or if he wasn't interested in her. We have to assume that he's being genuine in that moment. You can sit there and say that he's not being genuine. Oh, he's just mad because she popped the balloon. But you don't know that. You don't know that. Like, let's give the man the benefit of the doubt. You don't know that. You feel me?
Oh, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made.
Stupid reason. Stupid reason. And guess what? This is what a lot of you women do. This is what a lot of you do. There's a lot of you single because you're trying to be part of the club instead of worrying about making your own match. What does his comment to another woman got to do with you? What does his comment to another woman have to do with you? You are goofy. Period. You're goofy.
Didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds. So.
She said she would like a more humble person, not someone who responds. Translation: if I talk trash about you, just accept it. If I reject you, just accept it. If I insult you, just accept it. Because I'm a woman and I should be able to say whatever I want to say to you, and you can't say anything back to me. See, they've taken it to an extra level. It used to be, oh, if a woman hits you, you shouldn't do anything. So it went from, okay, a woman can hit you, you shouldn't hit her back, all the way down to, I can say what I want to say to you and you shouldn't say anything back. This is what they mean when they say you give someone an inch, they'll take a mile. Every single time men compromise in any type of social setting with women, they inch more and more and more and more. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, cool. What's next? Well, I should be able to treat you any kind of way and you shouldn't say anything. Okay, what's next? Well, I should be able to spend all your money and you can't do anything. Like they just keep taking more and more. They keep taking from men. Okay? And what I'm talking about, I'm not even talking about money at this point. I'm talking about in the social interaction. In the social interaction, they're taking, but they're not giving anything. There's no reciprocity. They're just constantly taking. And they accuse men of being toxic when in actuality, they're the toxic ones. They're the toxic ones. Prime example. Why don't you wait until you hear what he says and what he's about before you start popping the balloons? No, you want him to walk out there and know immediately that, oh, I'm not attracted to you. And trust and believe, there is an aspect of this that they get a high off of that. There's an aspect of them getting a sense of self-aggrandizement or validation from the fact that they're able to reject the man to his face and see his reaction. Some of them get off on that. You feel me? There's even occasions where a woman will find a guy attractive, but it's like, how good is it gonna make me feel if I reject a dude that I know is attractive and can get women? They do that.
Defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it.
Hey,
I didn't really necessarily like
that's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just, all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know?
yeah, be honest,
I
be your
came
authentic
over
self.
here
That's okay.
to find a match.
Sure.
That wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
And by the way, and here's the thing, this is what's so crazy about this, right? I've never believed in that being super respectful. Keep in mind, they're accusing him of being disrespectful in these interactions. And if you notice, every time he addresses one of them, he refers to him as queen, and he's saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm going to say that again. Every one of these women, even the one that's insulting to him, he's referring to them as queen, and he's saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Now, why do I point that out? I'm pointing it out because I need you guys to understand. It doesn't matter how respectful you are. If they don't deem it to be respectful, they're not going to consider it respectful. And keep in mind, the translation for B-dubs in this day and age of disrespect is not letting them have their way or not doing whatever the hell they want you to do. That's what their determination of disrespect is. In other words, if she says something crazy to you and you actually defend yourself, you say something back, you're disrespectful. Okay? She says something, you don't agree with it, you're disrespectful. Okay? In fact, I'll give you this gem right here, and I want you to take this to the bank. And remember, I said this. If you ask any B-dub today what they think a good man is, they're going to describe a slave. Remember that.
Sure. And I was, she's someone that's your type?
She all right, you know. You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I see you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's another one popping the balloon.
Thank you. All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful. Like,
see my point? He's literally referring to them as queen. Literally saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I feel like you can be a tad disrespectful. In other words, just come up here and let us reject you so that we can feel better about ourselves and then be dismissed. Go on about your business. Like, bruh, the nerve. And then they have the nerve to wonder why there are so many guys on the internet that feel the way they feel and say what they say about them. Because quite frankly, there's no other way to put it. You guys are horrible people. Those of you that act like this, you're horrible people. And nobody wants to tell you that. Nobody wants to tell you that because there's too many Negroes out here that think you're cute and they want some of your box, so they're not going to tell you you're a horrible person. And guess what? As long as you're young and pretty, you'll never know. It isn't until you get older, when you no longer have youth, you no longer have beauty, that the men start being honest with you. And guess what? That's when you finally find out you a horrible person. And that's when all of the options, all of it dries up. And now you got to work on your personality. Now you got to stop acting like you're some kind of princess that everybody has to bow down to. When I first saw this, I liked the way he was responding to them. I liked it. Like, for real. For real. And how you know that they was on some BS is because right after this, they got this man fired. So I'll say it again. They're horrible people. Horrible people.
Like, how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
of course.
That's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah.
Now, you know the reason why he said that? She's got tattoos on her knees. That's what he keeps looking at.
So, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Now, that is the biggest crock of shit that has ever existed in the history of language. Do you have any idea how many times I have had an argument with a woman where I was 100% correct, And then when we found out later that I was 100% correct, instead of them just apologizing and saying, you know what, I was wrong, you were right. You know what flew out of their mouth? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. BS. BS. BS.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls.
I'd have been like, or I could have just said it the way I said it. If you don't like it, tough titty. Who are you that you can tell me how I'm supposed to speak?
Differently, but that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know,
Cool.
The one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
All right. And that's another thing about these young people. There's a lot of young folks out here that I'm starting to wonder about their mental abilities. I don't know if y'all notice or not, but young people will say some of the most disrespectful shit, and then they think after they've said it, they can say respectfully. Like, she just said respectfully. What? Nothing you said was respectful. Like, are you slow? Are you challenged? And I'm talking about the vast majority of younger folks, because they have a tendency to do that. They say a bunch of disrespectful stuff, and then they'll say respectfully. You be like, what? They be like, yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I really don't rock with you like that, so screw you, respectfully.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking
now
at.
Pause right there. Now pause right there. First of all, sweetheart, you don't even look. Now notice how she tried to play him to try to make him seem like he a creep. Like, she strikes me as one of those chicks that thinks she has more than what she got. Okay? Because trust and believe, sweetheart, ain't nobody staring at you like that. Like, stop it. Stop it. Nobody's staring at you like that. Like, get real.
At the hair on your arms, you know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their.
I'm mad she stuck her whole arm out there. I'm mad she stuck her whole arm out there when he said that shit. She literally looked down at her arms and said, I'm mad she stuck her whole arm out there and looked at it like.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Do too much. Look at the reaction of the other two women, bro. Look at the reaction of the other two women when he said that, fam. Look at Shorty in the blue and Shorty in the pink. Watch it.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have.
Boom! Roasted. You're like Martin. Yo, Martin said, I can tell by the hair on her forearms. Oh, it's gonna be a full moon. Oh my God.
Hair on their
Don't
arms.
do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know.
Don't do too much. Y'all been doing too much the whole time. That's the point. And what I'm trying to figure out with all this internet crap And everybody, when did, yo, bruh, since when on God's green earth have men not snapped back when chicks say some slick shit? Bruh, I done seen chicks try to clown dudes, and dudes would roast them chicks into oblivion. You feel me? I don't know if y'all remember, but there used to be a time when chicks was kind of nervous about trying to say something slick to a dude because they didn't want to get embarrassed. Like, yo, in the 90s, chicks would not try to play no dude's face in front of everybody because he would roast the shit out of the chick, bruh. Like, we didn't play that goofy ass shit. There was a chick that I knew, right, that worked at one of my father's jobs and shit, right? And she had went to Bike Week. This is around the time that the song No Scrubs came out, right? And right after that, Sporty Thieves came out with No Pigeons, right? So just to show y'all what it was like back in the day, because y'all try to say the women nowadays is different. No, the women always been on some goofy shit. So there was chicks that was going down to Bike Week, and they was calling dudes scrubs and shit. So like if a dude was hanging out the passenger seat, you know, hanging out the passenger side of a car and try to holler at a chick, they'd be like, ew, you a scrub, right? And so this one chick, so a bunch of dudes went down to Bike Week and they had the no pigeon signs, right? And so this one chick tried to say something to a dude, and she said she was so embarrassed because she knew she needed to go get her hair done, but she didn't have time to go get her hair done. So she just pulled her hair back and put a wig on it, right? She called herself trying to roast this one dude that had a no pigeon sign. She said, oh my God. He was like, I know you ain't trying to talk crazy with that wig cocked sideways on your head. Bruh, she said homeboy went in on her for like a good 5 minutes, bruh. Said everybody was laughing their asses off. Like, yo, there used to be a time, y'all women didn't just try to go in on no brother. Like, no, we not doing that. We not doing that. We used to play the dozens all the time when we was kids. We not doing that. Homeboy said, nah, you talk about some, my eyes are up here. What you looking at? I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You feel me? Look at all that stubble. You feel me? You supposed to handle that before you got here. You feel me? You supposed to get you a Lady Gillette and handle that. You feel me? I ain't trying to be rubbing up against no woman with all of that, you know, catching freaking paper cuts and all types of shit, bruh. Your arm looked like a Brillo pad. Like, bruh, I would have went in. You hear me? I would have went all the way in, bruh. Trust me. Like, real talk.
I don't like that. That's okay. All I was looking.
And guess what? You could call me sassy. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This new age crap y'all got going on, I'm not feeling it.
This movement, it is a sickness of the highest order, and I don't enjoy it.
Looking at you trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
you just wasn't looking at my eyes.
What it is.
That's
no, I was looking at the hair on your
Anyways,
arms.
She asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
You're not qualified, baby. So that's.
He said, I'm in heels and you're not tall enough. He said, well, you're not qualified, baby. That's why they got this man fired. He was roasting their ass, bruh. He was roasting their ass, bruh. That's why they got him fired. Look, even she want to laugh. Even she want to laugh, bruh. She tried her best not to laugh, fam. Soon as he said, well, you not qualified, baby.
It's all good.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
So she's basically admitting that she only popped her balloon to avoid being rejected. You feel me? Everybody laughing about it, but she's basically admitting, yo, let me just go ahead and pop this balloon and reject him first because I got hair on my arms. Like, yo. Oh my God. Yo, y'all need to get them Lady Gillettes. Them Lady Stetsons. You feel what I'm saying? Get the lathering up. You feel me? Get the lathering up and shit. You feel me? You need to let Calgon take you away. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit.
Then he looked over at the other one. Bro, let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. They might have got this man fired, but yo, he taught them a lesson in this whole situation. Because as soon as he said that, he did it to be slick. He's like, yo, you might got hair on your arms, but you know what I'm saying? You look phenomenal. Then he looked back over at the other chick.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to my... Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Well, I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know? But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We not...
She don't want it. How you know she don't want it? Fuck out of here. Your boobs is literally sitting on your stomach and you ain't even big. How's that possible? Look at this shit. Her boobs is sitting on her stomach, bro. Like, stop it.
Talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been... I already let you know. I'm not interested in... You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways...
Okay, so he's saying get your balloon back, but how are you feeling him?
I'm not going to give my balloon back.
Okay.
All right.
Of course not. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Because the other chick was like, she don't want it back. She don't want it back. But guess what? Shorty down here, she don't care about none of that. She don't care about none of that. She on another mission. She on another mission. You'll find out about that later, but she's on another mission. But she don't care nothing about none of that. And it's funny because she's actually the cutest one out the bunch.
No problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started that, what was going on, I'm very, like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but...
That's exactly what you want to say. That's exactly what you want to say. I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but if I argue with my man, I don't want him to argue back. Just tell the truth and stop capping. Just tell the truth and stop capping. If you get to arguing with your man, you don't want him to say nothing back. You want to be able to just go in on him, use him as an emotional punching bag, and say whatever you feel like saying. Stop capping.
But I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon.
So let me get this straight. So it's only a problem if he argues back. It's not a problem if you argue with him. It's not a problem if you talk trash to him, but it's a problem if he argues back. Like, get out of here, man.
Balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me and you a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that.
How you even qualify? How you even talking trash with them raggedy dime store tattoos on your arm? I don't know who did that tattoo work, but that shit is trash.
But the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. And it's just not giving. Not giving what? Not giving what? And it's just not giving anymore. It's just not giving anymore. Giving what? Bro, I'm telling you right now, and you mark my words, you remember I said this. You remember I said this. In the next 10 to 20 years, you're going to see an epidemic of loneliness that you've never seen in history. In the next 10 to 20 years, you are going to see depression and loneliness amongst them, the likes of which you've never seen in your life. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad, bruh.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
I do real estate and property management.
I live down.
And I do real estate and property management. You don't own no houses. Cut it out. Stop it. You the manager. You the manager at an apartment complex. You think we don't know what that means? So I do real estate and I do property management. No, you don't. You work in the office at a freaking apartment complex. Like, who you think you fooling?
I live downtown. I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even dealing with me.
Everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one.
He said you definitely not. Oh my God, that's why they couldn't, bro. This is why they had to do that. This is why they had to call up and get that man fired. They couldn't handle this, bruh. They could not handle this smoke.
She belongs to the streets.
They couldn't handle this smoke, bruh.
One of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You ain't my type. If I seen you, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
But
you see how they get a kick out of. You see how the only thing they have is rejection. You notice that, right? And the one you wanted popped her balloon, so he's like, okay, and that's fine. What? My world gonna come to an end because she popped the balloon? You know why they act like that? Because it's the only power they got. The right of first refusal. It's the only power they have. And that's the reason why so many of them hold on to it for dear life. Let me tell you something. There are chicks out here right now that have gotten older and they're looking back on their life, and I guarantee you there are numerous dudes that they rejected, that they regret rejecting. On some, damn, I should have saw how that was going to play out. I should have at least pursued it. I should have at least, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, they get a kick, like, they get a high off of that shit. And this is the reason why, in my younger days, fam, I rarely ever approached women. I would let them approach me. And the reason why is because I wasn't about to give these chicks the satisfaction of trying to play my face in front of everybody. Like, no. Hell no. Hell no. You're not going to use me to freaking boost your ego. That ain't going to freaking happen, sweetheart. It's not going to happen. At all. You feel me?
Thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
yeah,
man
you can't
out
do
here,
that.
Mark.
You can't do that though, baby. Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move
way.
on.
You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still.
I'm mad her name is Esther. This ain't 1965. This ain't 1973. She would have said, my name is Esther. I'd have said, right on. Right on, sister.
Still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
I look.
What are
for
you looking for?
a woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well.
And by the way, no Diddy. But we got to salute this man on his workout game, bro. You know how, like, I used to be a bodybuilder. Let me tell you something. You know how difficult it is to get your arms that size, bro? Do y'all have any idea how difficult it is to get guns like that, bro? Shout out to the brother for his workout game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, real talk, man. Shout out to that brother for his workout game. They up there trying to play this man. You feel what I'm saying? This man is a blue-collar worker. But see, this is the proof, yo. This is the proof right here of what's going on today. You feel what I'm saying? This is the proof right here of what's going on. Here you have a blue-collar working man. And he goes on this show, and they want to reject him. And not only reject him, but make him lose his blue-collar job. How ridiculous is that? And like I said, my original position, and it still is, he shouldn't have never went on the show. But that doesn't justify them getting this man fired. Doesn't justify them getting this man fired just because they couldn't handle the smoke. They couldn't handle, like, it's crazy because they can handle it when they dishing it, but they can't take it.
I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty, that's all, and some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know,
can.
if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just insult
I'm trying to create a family, you know,
Okay.
that's what I aspire to do.
You know, why are these women trying to judge him based on his interaction with, let me tell you something. The stupidest thing you can ever do is try to judge a man based on his interaction with other people. Like, you saw they was getting slick with him. Was he supposed to not have a backbone? Talk about some, do you know that love is kind? You know what I would have did? I would have reached over there and popped her balloon for her. I'd have said, poop. I'd have popped her balloon for her. You feel me? Like, stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
step on up.
Oh, look. Look. Oh. Look at him standing there looking like some salty Starburst. Looking like some salty Skittles.
Over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
I don't feel too happy for him. I heard later she did some grimy-ish. I heard she was on a date with him or something and gave some other dude her phone number or whatever, right? So it was not a match. It was not a match. It was a grimy situation. Cause look, here's the thing, man. And y'all gotta understand this. To everybody watching this, I want you to keep this in mind, right? I want you to keep this in mind. Women typically do not have difficulty meeting men or getting men to approach them. So you kind of got to look at a woman on a dating show with the side eye. Because you got to ask yourself, what's going on with your personality that you got to resort to coming to a dating show in order to get a dude? You feel me? So you got to keep that in mind, man. You got to keep that in mind. Like, real talk. But let's get to some of these super chats. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Auntie Mickey. Auntie Mickey said tuition time. Shout out to High Tolerance. I think I already read the Auntie Mickey one. Did I already read that one? I think I already read that one. Let's see. Shout out to High Tolerance. High Tolerance said, that's how these hyenas are weird. They used it as an opportunity to grandstand and it backfired. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Facts. Shout out to Archer. He said, this too funny. Shout out to the Lucid Experience. He said, I told you initially they were crazy towards him. Shout out to High Tolerance. He said, learn behavior. The apple don't fall far. Facts. Shout out to Harmony. Shout out to Kay. Said, support the show. Shout out to Matthew. Appreciate it. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, the fact that they went and got that man fired is ridiculous. Ridiculous, bruh. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's a licensed plumber, so he shouldn't have that much difficulty getting more work. You feel what I'm saying? He shouldn't have that much difficulty getting him another job. Or better yet, if I was him, I would basically you know, be an independent contractor, man. Work for yourself. Work for yourself. Then you ain't got to worry about these freaking chicks getting mad and trying to get you fired and all of that craziness. Yo, shout out to Jason. He said the cooking continues. Appreciate it. You feel me? So work for yourself, and then you ain't got to worry about these chicks trying to get you fired and having you looking crazy out here in these streets. Because trust and believe, they will have you looking crazy if you give them the opportunity to. You feel me? But with that being said, yo, make sure you guys go over and check out my book over on Amazon. You feel me? The Angryman Standard, Traditional Relationship Solutions for the Modern Man. We have this in paperback and hardcover. And guess what? Most people that buy this book also buy Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You feel me? And so far, we've got 25 ratings. We got a 4.6 rating. We got almost 5 stars with 25 ratings. Those of you who have already purchased the book, you feel what I'm saying? Make sure you rate it so we can get our ratings up over there on Amazon. Shout out to Sean. He said, everyone wanted to see Brandon Jamal, but I'd much rather see him being interviewed by the Angryman. No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. And I was supposed to interview Brandon Jamal, but the day that I was supposed to interview him, I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do, so I hit him up and told him I was going to reschedule, and I haven't been able to reschedule yet, so, you know. I don't know if we're going to end up doing that or not, but other than that, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to this show. Shout out to everybody that came through and showed love. I definitely appreciate you guys. Shout out to all the sponsors of the show. I might come back later on tonight. I'm not sure. I've been going to sleep kind of early lately, but it depends on if anything happens in the news or whatever. Who knows? I might come back at you guys later on. If so, be on the lookout for me. Other than that, man, salute to the whole BINO Nation. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Deuces.
Spartans! What is your profession?